what's up guys, I'm here with a new video. If you hear like a humming sound or something like that, don't mind it. It's just the engines or whatever, or the machines for the bathroom, because the air vent in the bathroom is on. And where I'm at in my room is for a whole nother video. So I decided to stay up instead of sleeping early to be able to watch Charm, the new episode of Charm that came out on the app today on Saturday, and so I can watch it and try to get the episode in order for me to film this video. So let's get on with the episode. Okay, so in the beginning of the episode, we see that Harry's in the attic at the manor, and he's doing whatever he's doing, and he hears like a noise coming from the door. He's wondering what is it and stuff, and then he sees his dark lighter coming in, and he was wondering, why is he here, how did he get there? And considering they already knew that his dark lighter was still alive and stuff, so he wasn't like surprised that he'll see his dark lighter. Jimmy and his dark lighter, Jimmy, told him to meet him at Fair City or Fairland, Maine. And so he's like, or unless you want me to come to you. And then he woke up, and then Maggie wakes up and she says Harry, and then she goes to the attic and she said Harry, and Harry got spooked, and she tells Harry that she had a premonition about the dark lighter, and he tells Maggie that his dark lighter came into his mind, like how he did with Macy at the time. And then we see the episode going to Mel waking up in Ruby's place that she shares with her other roommates, and they say hi and stuff. And she was gonna stay with Ruby to watch like a sports game or something like that with her roommates, but then Maggie texts both her and Macy that there's an emergency, meet her at like the whatever area you call it by the offices. And she's like, where were you, or what happened to you, or something like that. And Mel's like, oh, I was doing a run and stuff. And before they went to the command center, Harry's like, Maggie says that Harry said that his dark lighter went to his dream or mind, and that Harry has a plan. So once they got to the command center, it just like went straight to Mel saying that's not a good plan and stuff, and they're just talking about whatever his plan was. And then we see Harry go to Abigail, and of course he only told one half truth of his plan to the girls, but didn't tell them that he was gonna go to Abigail, because if he told them about Abigail, we probably said that's also not a good idea. He talks to Abigail about his dark lighter and stuff, and of course Abigail ends up reassuring him that the girls are not the only one that his dark lighter has been coming after too. He also went after her. And he's like, I trust my life with the girls, but I trust you to do with my death. And of course Abigail's like, whatever emotion she was feeling, and they talk, and then she's like, okay, she does this like one way deal with him. She's like, okay, if I help you capture your dark lighter, I want one night alone with you and stuff. And of course Harry agreed with, because he thought it wasn't like anything worse than that. And then we see them go to the location that the dark lighter gave Harry. When they get there, they see that everyone's frozen except for the dog that Harry noticed that wasn't frozen. They walked, and then they were walking down the street, and Harry happens to hear like noises, which was coming from a radio in the van. And when they went to go check there, Abigail took the keys out the ignition, but saw some blood when her hand touched the wheel. She told Harry. They opened the back of the van, found some like cuffs or whatever that the bad guys used to hold their captive, and they find like this like device where it only attracts magic and stuff, and then they use it to find what happened. They go to like the planetarium or something like that, and of course they knew they're not alone. And when they were going to that building, this person walked away, and then once they got into the building, of course they looked around and talked about it and stuff. Abigail's like there, and of course Harry's like, Abigail, don't. And they were chasing after the person that Abigail saw, and of course before Abigail like flamed up the person, Harry's like, no, don't. And they found out that the person is like a kid. They wonder why she's not frozen and stuff like the other people, until they found out that she's a witch and stuff. And Harry had to tell the little girl that he's a Whitelighter. He heals her up. They talk and stuff that she was afraid, and she was meeting her dad after school, and she was afraid, and out of nowhere she told the bad guys that took her to stop or let her go and stuff. And when she did that, she ends up freezing the whole entire town. And then we see Mel, Maggie, and Macy in the command center, and of course Mel and Maggie are digging up this like paveway or something that the roots were on, and Macy's looking at the Book of Elders, and of course they're wondering if there's anything on it or stuff on it. Macy's like, I don't see anything that I can't see. And then when Maggie does like one like push of the shovel into the dirt, it like electrocuted or something a little bit, and the command center went on lockdown. They were shocked, and of course then Macy tries to like go to like the doorway of the command center, but then got stopped because of the like field or whatever you call that thing. And then Mel tries the mouse kind of thing, and then Maggie's like, I think we broke the command center. And then we see then we see Abigail and Harry and the little girl gonna walking out to where Harry asked the little girl to show him where the guys that took her was. They see them and found out that they're frozen too, and that they were here to take the girl and stuff and go to the location to where they had to bring the girl to. And then Abigail's like, Harry, we gotta go. They're gonna extract us or take us. And so Harry orbs them back into the building, and then Abigail's like, you guys go, I got this. And she goes outside. They go, but then the little girl went to her dad, and of course Harry found out who her dad was. And then she's like, we gotta go and stuff. They go downstairs. Harry's like, Abigail, don't, because Abigail was doing the fiery thing on her hands, and she does this, and of course burned up the 4 guys who after they try to like shoot like Darkster of the green poison that the Darklighter used. And then we go back to Macy, Mel, and Maggie stuck in the command center, and of course something went wrong where there was like laser beams around them, and of course they were wondering what did the book say where they had to speak the unspoken, and they figured out what it was. They had to speak to what they can't admit, so they're admitting a lot of things until Macy talks about Parker being alive, that she doesn't feel guilty because Parker's alive, and of course, and then Mel mentions that Ray, her dad, knew that Maggie wasn't his biological daughter and thought that it was the right thing to keep Thermon's secret about that and whatnot. And Maggie mentions that she was relieved that Parker was dead and stuff. And then they see the doorway with the symbol of the Power of 3 drawing a little bit on the door. And then Macy talks about whatever secret she has. And then finally the laser beam stopped, went away, door open, they go downstairs, and of course they found out the location of the tree with the black amber, and then Macy sees in the black amber water thing kind of way of her. She was about to take the cup to drink it, but then like ghost kind of way of one of the sisters, because they found out that there was previous charm ones before them, and that there was, and they're not just the only ones. And one of them came, and they were like, she was like floating in thin air, or sort of floating in thin air. And she mentions that the Power of 3 would set them free, but yes, weigh on them. And then she mentions that one of them is gonna die, and she said that she was there to protect the past and the future. And then she tells the sisters that it's their choice, it's their decision of how they want to be, how their destiny should be, and she hopes that they can break the circle where their sisterhood is stronger than ever, that it can't break, that not one of them can die and all of them stays alive. And of course they're like confused at this point or something like that, and they talk. And of course Macy was thinking, what if I got my power, drank this and got my powers and stuff. And Mel and Maggie told her that it's her decision. They will support her, whatever decision she make. And of course, when they're separated, and then you see Harry and Abigail go back to her apartment. Abigail gets like a little upset with Harry, saying, we didn't catch your Darklighter, that means you're off the hook on our one hot night or something. And she tells Harry that every time you only come to me when it comes to doing your dark biz and stuff, and then after that you push me away and stuff. And Harry's like, I don't do darkness, or I don't have darkness in me, or something like that. And Abigail's like, if you want to save your friends, the sisters and stuff, you gotta have a little darkness in you. And then they went their separate ways. Sorry. And then Macy texts both Mel and Maggie that she doesn't want to do it alone. They come with her down to the location again, the room again. She drinks the dark amber, and she does this the way she did when she had telekinesis, when she didn't have to like use her mind. And then when she did that, Lee's flew. And of course, we're all wondering, what is her new power if not telekinesis? Honestly, I really want to know, because I'm curious to know, because with Maggie, she can read minds and stuff, and of course, in the original Charm, Phoebe could also sort of read minds at that one point. I think she did. I need to rewatch it to be sure on that. But then now Maggie has premonitions like Phoebe did in the original one, and then in Mel, she could freeze time like Piper did in the original, and then now she had molecular something, and I think Piper sort of had the same thing in the original. I don't know, I need to re-see it again. And then with Macy, her and Prue had the same thing with telekinesis, but before Prue can see her events of her power, she died, which was sad for us to see that. And now we're gonna see what's Macy's advanced power. Like their powers were girls, so apparently we already saw Mel and Maggie's. Now we are curious to find out what Macy new powers is gonna be. And of course, after we saw that, we see Harry go to the attic. It's in the attic. He opens the pot that he was boiling or whatever. He inhales the green thing, and of course he's back in his Darklighter's mind, and they're talking, and he was wondering why the Darklighter kept like taking like magical people, until finally he like flashes back to what happened, and he's like, oh, you're extracting their magic, you're not taking them. And then the Darklighter told him that it's not him, it's the other people who's doing it. And then he told Harry that he's been doing their bidding, and of course, I think, and then he ends up telling Harry that the bubble that hold him, his Darklighter, is the only way he, answers Harry. And he told Harry that you asked what he wanted, and the Darklighter is like, I want to be free and stuff. And of course, we see that, and then finally, the episode ended. Ended. So my reaction and what I think of the episode. So what I think about the episode, it was amazing, but one thing I thought was amazing of the episode was only of the sisters, how they spoke about the unspoken, that they didn't tell each other, and finding out that there was previous Charm ones before them, and that they're not the only one, and that Maggie found out about Parker being alive. I hope you guys love the video as much as I love filming it. At what time is it? At 6:21 a.m. today. But I'm not complaining. Like, I love filming, even if I'm staying up late to film them. But I hope you guys love the video. I will do more, and of course, whenever Legacies come back whenever it comes back, I'm gonna do a review on that, since we didn't have one this week. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell to always be notified when the new episodes comes out. The new videos come out, because they always will, because it's weekly and stuff. I'm not gonna stop. And I just wanna let you guys know to look out for the video of wherever I am at in my room right now. I'm just keeping it down low for a little bit until I do the video, so make sure to look out for that. It might not be next week's video, but it might be like the week after that, but who knows, it's weekly. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.